Hi YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. I'm Adrienne in New York City. So if this is your first time visiting me, thank you for clicking on. I hope this video is informative to you and that you just find this whole process interesting. Today is day 26 of my 30-day Lippie challenge. It's where I familiarize myself with the lipsticks and lip products that I have so that I can maybe be a smarter shopper next year, hone in on the products I really like, things I may need in terms of am I missing colors or something of the sort, and not to kind of buy duplicate things. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes it's hard to remember what you have and you end up buying some duplicates, even in just the shade category. Like I just find I have a lot of one color and I just keep buying different formulations of that color, and ultimately it ends up being all the same. So today I am talking about a product that intrigued me from the moment it launched, just maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I was dying to get my hands on it. It is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Oil. I think it's called, no, it's just called the Maracuja Juicy Lip. And now this product, it's one of these products where it has a clicky pen and it you know, just the right amount of product comes out and you put it on and it's very melty. And it's sort of like, I'd consider this formula to be a lip gloss. So there are other formulas in my arsenal that I've spoken of that are the same type of component where you click it out, you can't undo it, and the product is more of a lipstick. I'm thinking like the M Cosmetics lip luminizers. Those are really richly pigmented. They do have that comfortable gloss feel, but they're not very glossy. This one is very glossy. This one has a real thickness to it. It can get very gloopy if you're not careful. So the way that I like to apply them is to simply click just the tiniest bit and just go around and dab your lips with it. Do not swipe this product. Trust me, you will not only go through the product really quickly, but you will make a mess. It will lay on the thickest layer of kind of this gloss bomb that this formula is, and it won't be comfortable. It will just feel real heavy on the lips. It's just not a nice feeling. So when you first apply this product, and I just freshly applied it, I'm actually wearing the color Holiday Spritz. It came in a pack of 3. It was a holiday pack that Tarte had. Thought it was such a great value that I picked it up. And so this is sort of a very nude shade. I will go ahead and swatch it on my hand just so you can see right there. So it's this like nude pinkish peach color. It's really pretty, has absolutely no sparkle in it. It's really high gloss, and there's no real strong scent to these I feel like are unscented, which I really appreciate. And when you first put them on, like I said, if you put them on carefully, you will just get a real high gloss finish. If you have watched any videos in this series and you watched my gloss video, you will know I hate glosses. So this product is probably not gonna be one that is like highly ranked for me. But I can appreciate that if you are a gloss lover, this might actually be something you would love because it's kind of a different method to apply it, and it does feel like it does have hydrating elements. I will also say that you apply it and 3.5 hours later, it's still on your lips. Even if you've eaten and had something to drink, it will be on your lips, but it will be a bit more dulled and become more of a balm. If you then reapply over it, it applies in layers nicely. So you don't have to wipe off everything and start anew to get a nice application, if that makes sense. I will also say that the color is pretty uniform. Now, of course, this is a very light color, but I am going to swatch the rest that I have so you have a comparison. And what I mean by uniform is that the product that is the oil part of it is nicely mixed with the pigment side of it in all of the products except for one that I've encountered. And I think I figured out why that is, but I'll get to that one shortly. So this is this color, and I think it's really pretty. I paired it with a super dramatic eye. I'm still playing around with my Christmas gift that my mom gave me, the Natasha Denona Love Palette, and I'm loving it. I've never worn these kind of shades before, reds and like very, very red. And so, yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. But I love pairing a very dramatic eye realistically with something like a high glossy finish nude lip. That's my favorite combo. And so I think this looks really nice together. Again, really comfortable. It does feel like there's a lot of thickness on my lips, but it's not too uncomfortable. If you do over apply, you will start to get that stringiness that happens. This is a product that can cause that stringiness. If you don't do that dab and you wipe it on, you kind of swipe it on your lips, you're gonna get a lot of stringiness. It's gonna be unpleasant. So if you find yourself over applying, just take your finger and wipe some of it off. It will just be uncomfortable otherwise. And I will also say that it fills in your lips really nicely, kind of like blurs a lot of the lines and things. So if lines are a concern, you know, I feel like this is a nice product for that. It doesn't do any plumping or anything. So if you like products that plump your lips, this is not one of those. I do feel like this is a nice hydrating product that has a lot of thickness to it, so it will protect you from the elements. So if you live in a cold climate and you are worried about windburn or anything like that, like just the cold air that happens up here, of course, in New York, this is probably a really good product. I feel like it would provide a nice protective coating on the lips to prevent further chapping. I do notice that always in the winter, you do have to be mindful of that, especially if you're walking around a lot. Right now, I'm not really walking around that lot, but you know, whatever. I just thought I would mention that because I know there are others that are, you know, frolicking in the snow or doing whatever you do. I think this would be a pretty product. So let me get the other colors on and I'll keep mentioning some other things I noticed about this product. Be right back. So this is another color from the trio that I picked up. This is called Buttered Rum. It's like a caramel nude color. I swatched it right here. You'll see it has a little more brown, a little more peach in it. So it's definitely a warmer color. It's quite pretty. I tried to sort of over apply a little so you could see what happens. There's like a little bit of gathering. So what I would just normally do is pat it out and that should take care of it. Again, another nice color. It has absolutely no glimmer in it or anything. It's just a super high gloss color. And there's a lot of consistency in the pigmentation as well as the balm. And it's really pretty. This kit is a good kit. It has good savings. If it's still available out there, I would pick it up if you're interested in it. Yeah, it just had a nice variety in it. I'll swatch the last color from that kit, and then I have one that I purchased outside of the kit because I was curious to see about consistency and variety of color, as well as, you know, sometimes I think products made for these like holiday kits are a lesser product, and I wanted to kind of test Tarte out, but I think they passed the test. So I'll be right back with the next shade. So this one here is called Martini. It's the last one in that trio that was sent, and it's this color right here. Now, this is where I meant that not all shades are created equal. I actually think this shade is really pretty. It's a nice, brighter, cooler rose color. I wish they had just used the same type of formulation as with the other two, because I feel like it would have been a winner. What makes this, or I guess this color in particular, what gives me pause is, and I don't think you'll be able to tell because I don't have some like crazy high def camera, is the color actually separates from the pigment, separates from the balm. And so the pigment is actually settling into each of my lip lines. And as I kind of smack my lips together, the pigment starts to move even more to the outside, and it's quite splotchy. And you can kind of see it here in the swatch. And I really tried with the swatch, but it's just not, it's like the formula wasn't mixed properly. It wasn't mixed all the way. And I will say that this shade has these tiny, tiny sparkle specks of like pink glitter. I wonder if you're gonna be able to see. You could see ever so slightly. And I wonder if that is contributing to this, because the other two are just high gloss with no sparkle whatsoever. And the weird thing is I don't even see the sparkle on my lips. So like, why'd you put it in if it was gonna screw up the whole, you know, formula? I don't know. But it doesn't happen with any of the other shades that I have. And like I said, I have one last one that I will put on, but it's a little sad. So Merry Martini is not as merry as it should be. You know, I'm obviously being very picky because I am looking for differences. I'm trying to, you know, share with you whatever I can find or observe. So I will make mention of that. If you are someone though who wears lip liner, which I'm not, you know, if you line your lips and you put this on top, or even if you just put this on top the way I did, like on bare lips, you know, is anyone really gonna tell that your lipstick is a little gloopy or just like kind of separating? Probably not. It's really subtle. I just noticed it because of course I'm sitting in front of a magnifying mirror that magnifies my lips 10 times so I could see every little detail. Food for thought. I think it's still a great value. I want to say it was like on sale. Basically, you can get it for like $22, these three colors, these three right here. And I think it's a nice variety. So if you're interested, go for it, I would say. Let me put on the last one that I have that I purchased outside of this so that you can see that shade if you're interested in picking that one up. Okay, so this is the shade Watermelon. I love this shade. I mean, it's why I picked it up. It's just a real pretty pink. It has like a tiny bit of coral in it. It's really bright and happy, and I love it. I love this color, and it doesn't have any of that separation. It's really, I will swatch it with the others just so you can see. It's just really beautiful. And I will mention that the components I think are really nice because the color, you know, they have the label that matches the color, and also this part of the component is a different color, you know, to match the color. So I think that's nice, helps with storage. And that's this one here. So you can see, you know, I have quite a variety, and this one is that kind of salmon. It's almost like a salmon pink. So I really like it. Again, are these my favorite formula? No, but that's because I'm not a lip gloss wearer or lover. But I think if you like lip gloss, this is another kind of delivery system that would be super interesting, and you might really love some of the colors and formulas. It has no fragrance. It feels like it has some real nourishing elements to it. So I do think like it's an interesting product for Tarte to have come out with. And the component for the regular component is just slightly paler and almost has like an iridescence to it, whereas the ones that came in the kit are just a pale, you know, a pale pink. So I hope you found that interesting. I don't think a lot of people have been talking about these. I don't know why. I feel like Tarte doesn't get enough love. I know they have deviated from their kind of core stuff, but I think like this whole Maracuja element and the Amazonian clay, all of that is the good stuff of Tarte, and definitely is the stuff I will hope that they will keep producing in and kind of get away from the more trendy stuff, because I don't think it serves them well. I love their classic things. I love the classic eyeshadow formula with the clay. I love a lot of their other lip products, their splash lipsticks, their Sea Splash or whatever it might be. So they have a lot of great products. So I just hope I hope they lean into this, and I do feel like this is a definite winner in the line. Another thing I will make mention of, if you don't want to invest in like a pack of 3 and you don't want to buy the full size, I believe that Tarte has a couple of shades in a mini size for like $10 or something, and sometimes they have a 3 minis for $20 or whatever it might be. So that might be another great way for you to try the product. So just wanted to make mention of that, because I know, you know, we consume a lot, and I don't want to be kind of ignorant to the fact that not everyone should really be buying a $25 or whatever lip gloss. I did want to make one last mention of some comparisons that I found in my collection of formulas I actually prefer. So if you also are not a lip gloss person like I am not, there are lip gloss formulas out there that I do prefer to this one, because they're a little thinner and there's just something really special about them. And so I wanted to make mention of them. The first is the Tower 28 gloss, and this one is in cashew. The gel formula is also the same, but I just wanted to show you it's very similar to that buttered rum. And the Tower 28 formula is just such, it's not as pigmented as this one, but this formula has such nice oil and slip. So I did want to show you that. Another one that I feel like is a pretty good dupe is the Venetian Rose by M Cosmetics. So this is the one I mentioned that is more like a lipstick mixed with a lip gloss mixed with a balm. And this one is very, very similar shade-wise to this one. It's a little more pigmented, but you can apply this lightly and kind of get that shade. So I just wanted to show that. Another one that I have by Bobbi Brown is the Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. Very, very similar to the Tower 28 formula. And I'm just going to swatch 2 shades that I have that I feel like match this perfectly. So the first shade is called Sweet Diarthus. I don't even know what that means. Sweet Diarthus. And then the second shade is Spring Bliss. So this one here is Spring Bliss, and this one is Sweet Diarthus. Diarthus. It's this one here. And this one you can build it up. Both of them you can build up. But I do prefer, like if I'm wearing a gloss, I'm going for this formula. So I just have to remind myself that I have these other Tarte colors, and I probably will share a couple of them with my sister, just because I don't think I'll be able to get through them before they expire. And I do feel like products like this do expire. There's something about the formulation. So just food for thought. If you're interested in the same type of shades but in different formulas, M Cosmetics, Tower 28, and the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. So again, I hope this video was helpful, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.